Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's the Pay Entrepreneurs here, and today what we'll be doing is we'll be continuing our investing with Max series. If you guys have not watched the previous video, I highly suggest you guys go watch that now. As a disclaimer, this is just for educational purposes only, and if you're looking for financial advice, I highly suggest you seek out a registered financial advisor. If that makes sense, let's get started. All right, I'll share my screen here. All right. Make stuff a little bit bigger. So yeah, what we'll be going over today is the RIP Capital, LifeBiz, Weed, BLGB, and ACB. And as you can see there, that it's been going down and it's been hitting the lower lows and lower highs, I guess you can say. And for RIP Capital, this is where we are right now in TradingView. And as you can see that the earnings report are expected on November 28th on Monday. And it's already the 27th, so tomorrow. Then this is for the period ending September, and estimated revenue is 910K, right? And from there, you can just see that it's been on November 16th. You can see that it hit the low of 35, the high of 37.5, and closed at 37.5, right? So which is okay. It was a green day, but the following trading day, which was on Monday the 21st, it basically hit a low of 30 cents and a half, and you can see that it opened at 36, then it basically just went down dramatically from the last trading day, right? So which was insane. So yeah, so you can see here, you can't really see because of the line. The last trading day was here. It was on Thursday because Friday was a holiday for us. So you can see here, Thursday. Hold on. So Thursday, the volume was 2K. Then Friday, volume 6K. And you can see that the 18th. Sorry, what I meant by the trading day was it was the states. It wasn't trading that day. No, on Friday. Let me double check. So last Friday, yeah. But this we're looking at the RIP Capital for what do you call it, for CSE. But anyway, you can see that it's been going down, right? Like it's crazy. So I could imagine RIP Capital going down to even touching 30 cents and a half. And what you can see here, that it's been like RIP Capital has just been going down ever since, right? Like ever since last year. So if we compare that to, let's say, December of 2021, you can see that it was at $1.50, right? And it peaked at around, let's say here, if I go here, it peaked at $1.87 high on March 30th. But it's been going down significantly, and they divested a lot of the stuff that they mentioned in their press release, and they want to go towards the US space, right? And a lot of, and you can see here, look at the volume here. It's like nothing compared to the way it was before. You can see like even the low days, they have 110. But as you can see, when we were looking at here, look at the volume on this one here. It's like 11K, 2K. This one is 6K. Let's see this one here. This one is 18K. So you don't see the same type of volume that we've seen in the past, where it was hitting like 87K, 100K, and so forth. So we really need that volume to pick up in order for this stock to basically turn around and become more bullish. As of now, we're not seeing that. That's why we're seeing these numbers that we haven't seen before. Like, yeah, like hitting 30 and 30 cents and a half. It's pretty ridiculous, right? But that's how it is. That's the game. If you're long, this is definitely probably hurting your portfolio, because if you've invested at the highs, then you're probably seeing a significant impact in your portfolio, right? So that's RIP Capital right now. So you can see the last trading day, which was on, let me see here, it was on November 23rd, right? On the Wednesday. So you can see here. And basically, this one was 36K. And you can see, I'm not sure why it's not showing me Friday. Why is it Wednesday here? There's, this one is Thursday, and nothing. And yeah, so yeah, here Thursday's 1K. But you can see here, like I can try to move this here. But basically, if it hits the 30 cents and lower, then that's not good, right? So this is Thursday, right? Thursday. This is Friday. You can see that that's been just what do you call it? You don't see the body of the wick because of the trading situation here, that the volume was so low, 1K. This one is 2.29K, right? And this was on Friday the 25th. So that's why I had to move this thing down, because I couldn't see it. Unless if I go to, let's say, if I go to 4 hour, then I'll be able to see it, right? So you can see here Thursday, Friday, 7:30, then Friday 11:30. And yeah, so what you can see here, that the volume is super low, and I wasn't expecting that, but it is what it is. But what I'm thinking is, if it does hit the lower lows and touches like 29.5, then you might see the stock go even lower, right? But look at this volume, it's ridiculous. It's so low. I haven't seen that before. This one, Friday, October 14th, it hit 133K. This one hit 140K, right? So yeah, this is for Rip Capital. We need to see news, because if we don't, then the stock is just gonna go down and down. So I'm just gonna go to the daily candlestick for us, and let's go to Lifeis. So what we can see here in Lifeis, same kind of thing. It's been going down. It kind of consolidated, as you can see here, that on September 26th, it was in the same exact support and resistance. So it was in the, let's say, 8 cents to 7 cents was the support and resistance. So the support was 7, the resistance 8, but it did kind of consolidate when it peaked at around, we can see here on August 26th. Then after that, it started climbing on August 30th. You can see the volume start picking up, then all the way to in here you can see that it went to 2.71 mil, and all the way to 14 cents and a half, right? Almost 15 cents. Then after that, it consolidated, it went down, then you can see this support resistance, and you can see here as well, coming into the November 23rd trading day, and you can see the 25th, and so forth. On Thursday 24th, 25th, volume was super low, so 3,000.213K, right? It's probably because of Black Friday, and people are in the buy mode for retail, and what I wanted to mention too is also around November to December is tax selling season, so a lot more people are trying to sell, just because of like tax purposes, so that if they wanted to consider it as a tax loss or whatever, right, then they can put that in paper. For weed, you can see it's been choppy, right? It's seeing the high low, lower high, higher low. So let's just go here, that on July 15th, right? July 15th, so you can see it hit the low of, let's say, $2.84, and you can see the support and resistance is in around the range of like 280, stuff like that, like psychological support, right? Then after that, you can see peaked, it touched the resistance. Then after that, on August, it tried again. Then it basically consolidated in the support resistance on the 410 range and the 555 range, right? And just consolidated. Then it did break that. Then it tried again, broke the support resistance. Then it broke that again. Then you can see on October, tried again. Then after that, kept going up. November 15th, that's when it hit the new resistance, support resistance there. Then it pulled back, right, because of just the market condition. But it's nice to see that the volume is picking up, which is good. So you can see 2 mil, 2.6. This one here on Thursday was super low, like what we saw from the other stocks there is like 410, but this one hit 2.29 mil on November 25th. But you saw it that it was a green day. So let's see what's gonna happen in the next few weeks. But more very high likely that we might see a tax selling season, meaning that we're gonna see the stocks probably go down more because of December's coming up. People want to sell, have their losses on paper so that for tax purposes. Then after that, eventually January, February, we might see the stock come back up again. But yeah, that's the game of the cycle, and we'll see how it plays out. You just never know. Maybe there might be a news that comes out about the Safe Banking Act, and that might change the whole sector entirely, right? So yeah, so we'll see what's happening there. For PLGV, as we can see, still nothing, right? Still the same. It did hit another low, which is at like the 4 cents, and you can see the volume is not very good. It's just been stagnant ever since. So you can see here, volume is 68K. On Thursday, it was at 1K. Then on here, earnings on the 25th, Friday 25th, right? So there was earnings report for that one, period ending on September. So yeah, but we can go over that on CEO.ca. For ACB, you can see that it's been also choppy. It's been hitting that support and resistance. So if I go here, kind of like the same situation with weed, it's showing the same kind of patterns, that it's hitting the support and resistance, then it consolidated, then it breaks it, then after that it goes up to the support and resistance from before, then after that it's just hovering around that area. So if we do end the volume, you can see that it's not too bad at some point. But yeah, on the 25th, volume was 1.27, but on Thursday, look at the volume here, it's ridiculous, right? It's only 327K. So yeah, that's what we're seeing right now in the cannabis space. It's still, we're waiting for more news to come, and also just the economic times might be pretty hard, so not a lot of people want to invest currently. But we'll see what happens, right? Like, this is an opportunity of, when people are scared of investing or trading, then there's a lot more opportunities there, because now you can capitalize on that, on fear, right? So basically, kind of like what Warren Buffett said, when people are greedy, become fearful. When people are fearful, become greedy, right? So you just do the opposite of what majority of people are doing. All right, so CEO.ca, let's take a look at weed. So you can see here, what people are saying, another run before we close the year. And this was on the 26th, so that guy's very bullish. Canopy growth, well, 3 reports, and you can see if I click on the SETI, you'll be able to see the people that basically grants of option 374, 49, and Judy grant options 374K, right? So let's look at Rip Capital next. You can see here, Rip Capital sets date for second quarter 2023 financial results. You can see here so this was the 22nd. No insider buying. It's 30 cent already step up NARB. So this guy looks like he's upset. So that not a lot of the insiders are buying at like 30 cents because it's like super cheap, right? I haven't seen this before. I couldn't even believe Rip Capital hit 30 cents and a half, right? That's crazy. And after that, let's look at life. Life is. So people here are saying, hello, Manny, my old friend. I came to ask for news again. Ask for another one tomorrow. The CA launch. It's simple. I asked Manny for news and CEO, and he delivers. Rescue. This was so a lot of people looks like they're saying buy life is, buy life is. So they're very bullish. So we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, months. But if I go to BLGV, so BLGV just filed a new setter document, interim financial report. So yeah, this is a financial report, MD&A English. Then if you want to read it, you can click on this. So this was on the 25th. But yeah, this is the financial. So quarter September, total assets, financing, total remuneration, and so forth. All right. Yeah, I'll close that off. Yeah, so that's ACB. High Tide become top revenue. Oh yeah, this is big news. So actually, High Tide did really well when this news came out, and I noticed that for weed, the stocks kind of like dropped, like I think it was like 5-6%. Then yeah, it was crazy. You can see High Tide becomes top revenue generating cannabis company in Canada. So even outbeat Canopy growth. And you can see here in High Tide, U.S. stocks, you can see its quarterly sales was at 95 million, and for Canopy growth, it was at 88. So definitely beat Canopy growth quite significantly, and the growth was 80%. And you can see for Canopy growth, -5%, right? For the quarterly. Okay, so going to if I go to here, cannabis entrepreneur investors. So yeah, you can just take a quick peek of what people are saying. But what caught my eyes, this thing here, expect cannabis banking reforms market consolidation in 2023. So kind of like getting you more information about what might happen in 2023. So you can see here that there will be tangible consolidation in some key U.S. markets, kind of like what happened in the cannabis space. Like there was a lot of consolidation that happened, which was expected to see. Like the top guys are gonna dominate, then the little guys get bought out. But you can see the marijuana industry in California and Michigan will likely consolidate next year, according to Walsh. There's going to be a calling, he said, competitive market and all that stuff, marijuana reform happening and changing the game significantly by opening up new opportunities for licensed companies in those states. So the second one is New York illicit market will be tough to contain after adult use. Marijuana is launched. Then our recreational market is still scheduled to launch the New York sometimes this year, but in the meantime, the illicit market has had plenty of time to establish a strong presence. So that's an issue, right? I've been there 4 times this year. Weed is everywhere. That's what Walsh said. Then Canadian cannabis inventory will peak in 2023 and then start falling in 2024. So the cannabis space in the Canadian market, it was oversupplied, as you can see here. Market has been vastly oversupplied for years, and inventories will peak next year before beginning to fall in 2024, right? So that's why he said. So the fourth one is resistance to federal marijuana legalization in red states will grow. So it doesn't mean that it will be successful, but we're seeing more organized opposition to marijuana's legalization now. So the resistance to U.S. reform will make it more difficult for states and federal legalization efforts. So it's going to be a lot of effort for the, wide state or federally legalized MJ. You can see here at least 2 states will legalize marijuana. So what's happening to pass the adult, I guess you can say, legalization, use marijuana reform in 2023 are probably Minnesota, Pennsylvania, and Idaho. So recently elected U.S. Senate John Thurman, Pennsylvania support the marijuana legalization. Minnesota is supposed to legalize, and voters in 5 Iowa localities recently, right? So yeah, this one here, the last one, the sixth one, is very important. So cannabis banking reforms will pass, and there will be meaningful action on the descheduling or rescheduling of marijuana. So yeah, this is very important. So he said that the Safe and Fair Enforcement Safe Banking Act or some kind of federal reforms will pass in 2023. So this is very important. So not completely move necessarily, but I think it will be something meaningful that's gonna happen. So that's what we're anticipating next year. So that's gonna be interesting. And if it does, then the MJ space might just blow up, right? Just might blow up. It's just that news that we're looking for. All right. So yeah, basically that's pretty much it. As per usual, I'll just show you how my portfolio is doing, and you can see that right now it's still negative 76%, 11,000. Life is the biggest loser, so 10,642 and 32 cents. Rip Capital is at 740 and 35 cents, right? So currently that's what's happening right now. We do need to see more, I guess you can say, positive news to really bring the stocks up to where it was before at least. But yeah, it's just a waiting game, right? And eventually it'll just happen. And yeah, have a good weekend. And if you have any questions, just let me know, direct message me, or just comment down below. But if you notice or seen any more information about the MD space, keep me informed as well, because very open to see what's going on in the MJ space, because we really want to see what's going to happen next year, because it's almost the end of 2022 and 2023 might be a better year for the cannabis space. It's been brutal, but we'll see how it goes. All right, have a great day. Take care. See ya.